Hey everyone, I get this question a lot, which is what should I do in this Corona times, downturn probably to come times, etc., etc. And the rule of them all is you got to go on offense. And what I mean by that is you start the business now. By the way, Pinterest and Uber and a bunch of other great, amazing businesses have been started in the last downturn, 7, 8, 9. And so downturn is a great place to start a business. You go on offense by hiring the best people on the street. Amazing people are unemployed right now because companies are either folding or they're having to do huge layoffs. You go and you become extremely aggressive about finding the right people in the market, aggressive in a positive sense, go for massive action. You go and you invest more in marketing than ever before because, hey, marketing is now cheaper. And even though your CLV, your customer lifetime value may be down, your CAC is likely to be down as well. And your customer acquisition cost is likely to be down. You are 10 people in the team. You need to go to 8 because your economics don't support being 10. But you actually let go of 5 people, below the 5 people you always should have let go of in your team because they don't belong. And you hire 3 new ones, 3 great people for your team. You go and you service your customers better. There's so many things to do if you want to play offense in this market. Just remember, amazing companies have succeeded through these times, and you will too. Just don't play defense, play offense.
So there are a lot of ways for entrepreneurs to get started. They can raise money and build a business, they can bootstrap, they can start a company from scratch, they can join other people that start a company from scratch. One of the things I think a lot of entrepreneurs are actually overlooking completely is the possibility of buying an existing business out of bankruptcy. And the reason why I say buying it out of bankruptcy is because it's pretty much like starting a business, I've realized, to buy something out of bankruptcy, except for the fact that you usually have shown product market fit, that you already have a customer base, and you already may have employees or assets that you can leverage to go and get started. So recently I had the privilege and pleasure of buying a business out of bankruptcy. And one of the things I had to consider at that point in time is to say, how long would it take me to get to the same level as the business is at today when I acquired if I had to start over? And one of the things I realized is I could buy a business from very little money, it cost me almost nothing, or I could spend the next 5 years getting to the same level. And yes, there are complications in buying a business out of bankruptcy, but they're much less than you would actually think they are. So my recommendation here is don't rule out the possibility of using a bankruptcy acquisition as a way to get started as an entrepreneur. And in particular, if you don't have an idea, maybe that's an even more efficient way to get started.
A lot of people always ask, when is the right time to launch a business? And I think the right time is always now. I don't think there's any better time than now. I have this saying that I always say, when would now be a good time? Because I think now is always a good time for everything. Whereas another saying I always do, which is never do tomorrow what you can do today. And I think that goes for building a company as well. Look, there's no good time, there's no bad time, there's no perfect time, there's nothing like that. There's just now. And now is as good of a time as any to build the competencies, to learn, to grow, to go and develop a business. And I'm not saying that everybody should be an entrepreneur, and I'm not saying it's the right time all the time for everyone. I'm just saying if you're walking around with those ideas, you're never going to get comfortable in your stomach. It's always, if you're uncomfortable in your stomach, and I am every time I build a business, it's never going to be like, today I'm fucking comfortable, I feel good in my stomach, everything is great. It's always going to be nervous. And I think nervous is good. Nervous is actually great, because nervous is what's going to make you want to do better, want to do more. In fact, if you were too relaxed and say, everything is going to be fine, most likely you're not going to make enough of an effort. So being a bit nervous is fantastic. Andy Grove, the former CEO of Intel, who's a fantastic CEO, said only the paranoid survive. So a little bit of paranoia is maybe not too bad. So I think, when is the perfect time to start a company? Start it now. You're 14 years old, start a lemonade stand. You're 18 years old, start a trade business. You're 25 years old, start a consulting business. You're 40 years old, start a production business, or the reverse of all those things. It doesn't really matter. And what's fascinating about it is, a lot of people say, well, now I'm in my 40s or 50s or 60s, now it's too late. I think the average age of a Silicon Valley entrepreneur is something like 42, 45, something like that. But many people start university businesses, like Mark Zuckerberg. But you don't even have to be Mark Zuckerberg. You can start a one-person business. You can become an influencer on YouTube. You can become whatever the hell you want to be. But there's never a better time to start a company than right now.